So if you haven't been paying attention, Tyler the Creator done got some people upset with his take on the new generation of hip hop and specifically the rapper Ian. Now we're gonna break that. We're gonna watch this video from Fantastic Hip Hop. He's gonna break down the whole thing. We're gonna have this talk. I'm gonna tell you what I feel about it. There's been a big debate going on. People ask me what I feel. Let's get right into it. Let's go.
Now, after a time where so much of the rap world has just made a mockery of what the genre stands for, one of the most acclaimed, gifted, and respected rappers of the modern era has finally spoken up and called out all of the musical grifters running around and trying to sell themselves off as rappers, as in a recent interview. None other than Tyler the Creator bashed the current state of hip-hop for so many reasons that the world needed to hear from an artist of his magnitude, and now while some people have accused Tyler of doing this for attention or as a result of him becoming bitter and out of touch with the ever-changing trends in hip-hop, when you look at everything Tyler says and
I'm going to just keep it honest. If that is your opinion on what Tyler said, then you just don't pay attention to Tyler the Creator. Like at any level. At any level. First of all, Tyler the Creator has literally always been counterculture or counter what is the popular thing. That's from Odd Future, Wolfgang, Kill 'Em All, from the beginning. Tyler has always had takes about this. He's had takes about this, about Eminem. He's always had takes. Now, he's came back and apologized for what he said about Eminem, but he's always had, doesn't mean that he didn't necessarily mean what he said. He's always had these kind of takes. So if you think he's doing this just for attention or, oh, he's just doing this so people pay, then you just don't know Tyler Creator.
When you look at everything Tyler says and just how nuanced and detailed he gets when it comes to this warning shot he has given to the entire rap world, you can see that what he is saying is so much more than just some shade being thrown out, because with everything he has had to say, he isn't dissing other rappers to start beef or drama, but he is fighting to preserve the very identity of what hip-hop and really music culture stands for in a way. And now as we dive...
Hip-hop is a sport, ladies and gentlemen. And we gotta always give the props to the people who try to preserve it, gang. On everything I love. Link is in the pinned comment. Go grab you one, man. Go grab you one. 1973, man. You know the year. On God in heaven. Like I told you, bro, the guard has shifted. Oh, yeah, it's no longer, I mean, the numbers, the streams, the trends, that's cool. That's always gonna work a little bit. But I swear I can't be the only one that feels like the culture is finally fighting back against the monetization of the culture. And I'm not saying monetizing the culture is wrong. I'm just saying the way they've done it and making monetizing more important than the art and the culture itself. Talk to him, Tyler. What? Nah, nigga. Go, Tyler. Y'all saw that dance he hit at the pop out. Y'all think he give a damn about y'all? Come on, bro.
As we dive deeper into everything Tyler has said in one of the most crazy and viral interviews that has come from any rapper in quite some time. By the end of it all, you will be even more shocked about everything than you would think on the surface, because the way Tyler pulls the curtain and exposes everyone, it will really have you questioning the entire landscape of the music industry and the people who are being positioned to spearhead the future of hip-hop. So now with this Tyler the Creator interview...
I'm sorry for pausing so much, but is this not what I've been saying, that the temperature of hip-hop has changed? Is this not what I said in my last video? I was like, man, you know the temperature's changed when there's an interview with Lotto, Sexy Red, and I can't remember who the third person was, and they talk about the integrity of their pen. You know the temperature changed after after the greatest hip-hop battle we've seen, Kendrick and Drake. I'm loving this, man. This is what we talking about now. I love it, bro.
So now with this Tyler the Creator interview, as he spoke with Maverick Carter, Tyler went on a rant where he came out so much of what has been dominating the hip-hop landscape over the past few years, and now specifically addressing everything in the rap world that before the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef really had people questioning the long-term stability of rap music as a whole. Tyler had three main points about everything horrible going on in the rap world right now that when he connected, put together a shocking picture that in most would be any rapper's worst nightmare. And now to begin to address this problem that so many current rappers are seemingly a part of. The first thing Tyler talked about is the pure intent behind so many of the people making music today, which, as he described, is no longer about putting compelling art into the world and instead is more about posing as a musician to be treated as such by the industry, but then just releasing what Tyler calls meme records. And as Tyler puts these artists on blast for pretty much exposing themselves, for showing their true nature, which is, of course, that they are making music to exploit algorithms and the digital media landscape, as opposed to creating something genuinely powerful that can resonate with human beings.
Which is why, if you notice, let's talk about Ice Spice. Ice Spice has lost so many monthly listeners, and there's been people who've been trying to come out and defend it, act like it's normal. It's not normal. Ice Spice, for how big she appears front facing, she doesn't sell albums. She doesn't sell albums. Ice Spice to me is clearly, now I'm not talking about whoever she is as a person, I'm talking about the brand and the product that's put in front of our faces. Ice Spice's brand is more about her butt than it is about her music. That's a fact. That's a fact. So eventually I think people have every right to be like, no, Ice Spice is trash. And her butt is her whole brand. She's really selling her butt. She's not really selling her music, which is why when the music has to stand on itself, it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure she's a nice, actually, I'm not sure she's a nice person. I don't know her and I don't care. I'm just saying Ice Spice, the brand and the music is awful. She's not a good rapper. She's just not. And I think it's reflecting now.
And not machines. This is the first curtain Tyler is trying to pull in the industry by just waking people up to the fact that
And I'm sorry, but to anybody who's going to argue against me, like, no, the Ice Spice fans be like, no, it's not about her, but it's not. What is the most famous? I'll put it like this. If I was to tell you what is the Ice Spice pose, what would you do? You turn around, shake your butt, and slap your... Yeah, that's the Ice Spice pose. That's like what she's the most famous for. That shit low-key might be more famous than Munch.
So many of the new rappers who have been getting pushed by the industry do not have the same intentions that all great artists historically have. There have been so many rappers who release music that literally just feels like a joke with how mind-numbing it is and how some people are still accepting it. This was very important for Tyler to say, and just to wake people up to what is really going on right in front of them, and now building on this. Because of the nature of artists making music that aims to be a viral joke over everything else, so much of what has been released within the hip-hop space has become redundant, and more than ever. From rappers to producers, feels like everyone is trying to clone each other and take somebody else's signature sound and wave. And while Tyler may have specifically targeted Ian for pretty much just being the definition of this cookie-cutter mold of artist that is trying to take over right now.
Now, I reacted to Ian. My first reaction to Ian with Lil Yachty. Go watch it. This was before what Tyler said. This was before I even knew who he was. And as I listened to it, I was like, this nigga don't sound like a rapper. This nigga don't even sound like he know where his lyrics should land. It felt inauthentic. It felt, and I know there's gonna be a lot of Ian fans. I don't care. There's something weird. You can't call it a coincidence. The first time I react to him, I have basically the same take. There's something that it just felt inauthentic. There's something that just felt like, and it's not just because he's white, because I don't get that feeling. Like, one of my favorite songs from Post Malone is "Count Up the Bands, Big Enough, No Rubber Bands Are Big Enough." I love that song. There's a lot of white rappers, but there's also some that I feel like, yeah, there's an inauthenticness to it. Facts. I feel it.
His point about all of this goes much further than just talking about how rappers stealing other rappers' sounds has never been worse. Because as a result of artists pretty much not...
It's not a white or black thing. That's why Drake is even gotten backlash for that. Do I agree with everything they say about Drake being a culture vulture? No. Do I agree with some of them? Maybe, but not fully. That it makes me not like
trying to be original, and then the fact of them copying things for dollars as opposed to creating art in directions that they are actually inspired by. This isn't just limiting creativity, but this low-effort way of making music has translated into every single aspect of these new rappers' brands. As when it comes to translating this viral hype from algorithms into live performances that are supposed to captivate audiences. Tyler calls out the hip-hop.
I think Kid Leroy's talented, though. I think Kid Leroy can actually sing and make good music. I think he's a lot different than... See, Kid Leroy's white. I think I don't feel the inauthenticness of him. Maybe I'm not as versed as other people, but the first time I listened to Kid Leroy, I did not feel what I felt when I listened to Ian.
Landscape of today for delivering some of the most lousy and lazy performances of any cloth of musicians ever. And now somebody calling out the entirety of hip-hop for doing this on this level is really long overdue, because aside from the superstars who truly know how to command a stage like Travis Scott, Playboi Carti, and of course Tyler himself, the majority of current rappers' live shows are genuinely horrible, as from rapping over pre-recorded vocals, which is another aspect of performing that Tyler has been super critical about in the past, because it really just is a lazy crutch for most people who use it, to the fact that so many rappers performing don't bring any energy or interesting dynamic at their shows whatsoever.
I
These live
mean,
performances
niggas
have
don't even bring energy to their music though. Niggas are like, that's how they rap. That's how they sing now, nigga.
become a direct extension of
The
how devoid
R&B's
of
dead
life
because they
and
sing with
identity
the
that the
same
music that
way.
so many of these new rappers have been putting out is. Which now, even building more on Tyler's point about all of this, is a direct reason why hip-hop ticket sales are down across the board right now and why more rappers' tours are flopping. And now bringing all of this together, Tyler's whole point about this was not to
This was
just
the
criticize a lot of the new
conversation before the
rappers out
battle.
right now for being lousy musicians and really being nothing more than a disposable brand ambassador who is mimicking hip-hop, but instead, it was to illustrate the greater point that with all these musicians who do not care at all about their art, which is clear through not just the way they create their music, but through the way they conduct themselves and always spend all of their time in the limelight talking about any other ridiculous thing, but the actual product they are promoting, which is of course the
Literally.
music. These
Oh my
rappers and the
God.
inherent values they are projecting have destroyed the worth of
Nah, fantastic hip hop been barring. They barring. And I ain't gonna lie to you. I know everybody now says Lil Baby is making the same song, Lil Baby trap. Nigga, I've been said from the first moment I heard Lil Baby and the second verse, I was like, nigga, this sounds like the last thing. I've never understood what the initial appeal of Lil Baby was. I never did. Ever. And now I feel like there's a little fraudulency with people coming out, he's super whack, he's the wackest thing I ever heard. I feel like some people are now jumping on the bandwagon where I was just like, I just think that there was something that attracted you to these artists that weren't that isn't the music. For some reason you got tricked into it being the music, and somewhere along the lines, whatever Jedi mind trick they hit you with disappeared, and you were only left to judge them by the music, and now you're like, why does the music sound so garbage now? No, it sounds the exact same. There's something about you that you accepted in the branding before. That's all it is. And I think ever since this hip-hop civil war, the taste of the culture has shifted. It really has.
Of the actual music they are supposed to be known for putting out. And this has caused a downfall in the entire music industry, as from fans who can't even articulate why they dislike an album because the thing is made so haphazardly and treated so disposably, to the rappers who spend their marketing and press campaigns for music gossiping and talking about drama, instead of convincing people why to actually care about the body of work they are putting out. Tyler brought up all of these points to slam the modern music industry and the direction it has been heading in, because as it stands, the value of the album is spiraling down a rabbit hole that it may never come back from. But this is not necessarily because people don't care about albums, because as we have seen, especially in rap this year, when the right people drop, they do create massive moments that people can actually pay attention to and have some sort of discourse about. But
notice the biggest albums of this year, everybody was rapping. Let's think about it. Biggest songs of this year and albums. We Don't Trust You. Future was rapping. Future was rapping the way I was like, oh damn, this nigga really rapping. We Still Don't Trust You. A bit more R&B, but they're still rapping in there. And they already put out their rapping album, so 2 albums. One, these niggas think they DMX. All of the diss tracks between Drake and Kendrick Lamar, these niggas rapping at a clip like you've never seen, and these are some of the biggest streamed, highest viewed songs of the year, period. Eminem drops a full concept album. But come on, and it's like the best album he's dropped in years. It's not even cringy as usual. That was awesome. And I'm telling you, and these conversations that are happening now, the taste is shifting. And I think that's why Drake is having such have a hard time. Because I think Drake put too many eggs in the success from numbers basket as he was removing the respect as a rapper basket. I think he was moving out like the art into the numbers. And I think what happened is the basket holding the numbers fell. And all them eggs crack, or a majority of them. So now you left with the 3 eggs you left in the artist bag. Damn.
Pay attention to and have some sort of discourse about. But generally speaking, so many of the rappers occupying the mainstream landscape right now have tired out listeners and made them untrusting of the musical products they are putting out. And as this criticism is coming from somebody like Tyler, the Creator, whose last 3 albums have all been massive successes and arguably all classics in their own regard, as they have all solidified themselves as their own defining cultural moments. There could not be a better voice projecting this message, because Tyler is screaming at the music world to do one thing that so many rappers today don't even consider, which is just to care about what they are doing and appreciate the art that they make. Because if they
Anybody who's going against Tyler the Creator in this, because I've seen, honestly, the majority, the vast majority I see is niggas on Tyler's side, which is also a reflection of the culture right now. I see the weird maybe bots and a few people being like, he's bitter and old. Bitter about what, nigga? He's more successful than Ian. He's more successful. This nigga was just on the biggest concert stage. It's Tyler the Creator, nigga. Like, no, he's just being honest. And I know a lot of people go to that bitter old nigga argument when they can't make a better argument. And it's just like, no, he's right. He's right. Yeah. You could respect the art and be successful. Yeah. The era of the meme rap need to go with the same way that drill rap went, which is basically going.
They don't. Nobody ever will. And in this world that we are starting to live in today, where most artists' album sales are dropping viciously, I mean, Tyler literally already proved his point in this interview as soon as he finished talking about all this, because he told Maverick Carter that all of his negative comments are going to be the moments everyone clips up and talks about from this interview. Meanwhile, they will miss the context of why he made these points in the first place. And overall, the positive message Tyler is trying to have reach all of us through it, because while he may be putting other artists who are younger than him down, which may make him look like a hater and an old head, what Tyler is doing here is more respectable than anything else we have seen recently, because in this time where the actual idea of the music itself is being
but he's not just putting down, I think a lot of people put it in a capsulation where he's only talking about new generation rappers. Nah, this theory goes to rappers of all ages, nigga. Like I said, that's why Drake is kind of going through what he's going through now. And I'm a Drake fan, but
devalued an artist are just letting this happen without a care in the world. As the internet is trying to put the pieces together of what Tyler said, who he is calling out, and what he is trying to accomplish, as you understand that he is just trying to make a music world value the thing it was put in place to do. Instead of staying on this path where artists are making a mockery of the word hip-hop and are trying to
I don't know what you just did with your mic, Fantastic Hip-Hop, but you way louder.
Destroy everything that was once sacred. The question you have to ask yourself is, are you going to join him? So now with all this said, let me know. What do you feel about all the drama Tyler the Creator has stirred up, and do you agree with him or not? I can't wait to hear what you have to say about this, and if you want to see why Lil Wayne has some...
Yeah. Now I'm going to just say I agree with Tyler the Creator. You know, do I always agree with Tyler the Creator's takes? No, I agree with what he's saying here. And I just think it shouldn't be encapsulated to just the younger generation, even though it seems to be the marketing strategy of the younger people. And they're not making their marketing strategies, the labels are. But I just think it's, if you don't have artistic integrity in hip hop right now, the block is hot for you. I ain't gonna lie, gang. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Is Tyler right, or is he bugging? Is he an angry old head? Let me know.